Hello Lorna, thanks again for the lesson, the lip sync lesson. So here I'm going to record a very fast tutorial for you from the beginning to the end. So you can, before we animate anything, the first thing that I will do to set up the Adobe Animate CC is to go to View, Snapping, make sure everything is checked off, disable, okay, so that when you move your stuff it will not snap to an invisible grid. So the next thing I do is to go to edit, keyboard shortcuts. Okay, let me bring this down. So at the search column here, hit comma, and under the control you will see this. Okay, let me zoom it out. So you'll see the step backward one frame. So currently step backward one frame, the shortcut key, the hotkey is comma. Step backward to previous keyframe, the hotkey is alternate plus comma. So in Maya 3D animation, it is opposite. So if the students are going to use Maya in the future, so I think we set it as same as the Maya. So I'm going to swap these two. So the comma, I'm going to click it, remove it, then click it again, make it alternate comma. As you can see, the alternate comma down here just now is disappear because it's been replaced, okay, well, on here. So click down here, click it again, hit comma. Okay, so just click anywhere else, so we are good to go. So oh no, so you come to the search column here. Just now we deal with the comma, so we deal with a full stop now. So hit full stop, same thing, you come to the under the control, we are gonna swap these two. So this is currently just full stop, this is alternate full stop. So I'm gonna remove this one, click it again, alternate full stop, then change the down one to full stop, then click OK. Right, so the next thing I do before I start drawing is to go to modify, documents. So this is where you can check, you can change the size of the canvas. So one thing very important is make sure the frame rate is 24 frames per second. If it's not 24 frames per second, the animation is gonna look faster or slower. Okay, so then click OK. So before we start to draw something, let's look at the hotkey here. So basically B, E, L, Q, I, and F4 are the hotkeys that I always often use. So let's do it one by one. Press B for brush. So currently my brush has no pressure. So to turn on the brush pressure, you can come to down here, your toolbox here, you see this icon, use pressure. So sometimes if students say, how come I don't see the brush pressure? It's because they are not in the on the brush mode. Maybe they are on E for eraser. Once you E for eraser, you won't see the pressure mode button for the brush. Okay, so make sure you hit B first for the brush, then you can come here, use pressure, make sure it is always on. So on this one, object drawing, make sure this is always disabled. Okay, always disable, we are never gonna use it, right? So let's animate something simple. So I'm gonna use B for brush. So I normally will ask student to use gray color, bright color for the rough animation. So let's come to the timeline here. Once I draw something, you'll notice that the timeline, it becomes a dot. Dot means that paper has drawing. Okay, once I delete this drawing, you see, so to delete a drawing, you can hit L for lasso tool, then just highlight and press delete on the keyboard. Then you will see the dot disappear, it becomes a circle. Okay, it means that this drawing, this paper has no drawing. So press B again. So let's draw a very simple, maybe a flour sack jump. So just a flour sack. Okay, let's say I draw a face here, right? So in your timeline, you can change this dot to preview your drawing instead of a dot. So to do so, you can go to this little button here, click it. So change standard to preview, from standard to preview. Then you can see your preview your drawing here. Okay, so to insert a new empty paper, hit F7, hit. Then you will have an empty paper now. So now you can try to play with the comma and full stop. Basically, you are flipping the paper. Okay, so let's come to here, flip, 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 and know where the base is. The base is here. Then maybe make a squash, squash, like so. Okay, then we have a squash there. Then you can hit E for eraser, erase the unwanted line there. Okay, so then hit F7 again. Let's draw a stretch. Then there. Okay, a stretch. So let's say if I'm not happy with the shape, you can manipulate the shape by hitting L for lasso tool, highlight the whole thing. Then the next hotkey I want to introduce is Q, Q for transform tool. So Q is very useful. So lasso tool, highlight the drawing, hit Q, then you will see this box. So basically you can rotate it, you can do this. If you hit the alternate button, basically you can kind of change the shape from the top. If you let go the alternate button, then basically you come back to here. Hold the alternate button, then you can have something like that. Okay, so let's say if I want to make it smaller, select it, hit Q, then you see I can make it smaller. So again, hit the alternate button, then you can scale it from one side. Okay, so hit F7 again, then I can make maybe a mid-air like this. Okay, so let's say if I suddenly I want a slow in key pose, I want to draw one more key pose in the middle of this stretch and the mid-air. So there is two ways to do it. One is you can come to the stretch key pose here, hit F5. So basically hitting F5, you are adding frames to that drawing. So once you hit F5, do not straight away draw. Make sure you insert a new paper first, which is by hitting F7. Okay, then you can keep flipping your animation, then draw maybe a slow in key pose like so. Okay, there. Let's say if I'm not happy with this position, again you can hit L for lasso tool, highlight. So make sure your mouse point on the line, exactly the line itself, then you can move it. Okay, maybe I want to move it somewhere here to keep the arc. Okay, so I'm going to stop here for the rough animation. So let's say if you want to play with the timing, for example, the first drawing, I want to hold it for 8 frames. So you can click on the first drawing. Including the drawing itself, we already have 1 frame. So you just have to hit the F5 for 7 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the first drawing is being held for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 frames now. So the squash, maybe I want to hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4 frames or 6, depends. So the stretch, maybe I want to hold it for 2 frames. This one I want to hold it for maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. This one I want to hold it long. Okay, so to play the animation, there is 2 ways. One is you press the play straight from the play button here, then you can view your animation. Right, so but then I won't recommend this method, because if your animation has a lot of drawing, your Adobe Animate CC is gonna be getting heavier and heavier. So when you hit the play button here, it may be not gonna show you the real time. So to show your animation in real time, hit Ctrl plus Enter. Then it will open the small windows for you. Then you can show view your animation in real time now. Sorry, my mic dropped. Okay, so now you show you view your animation in real time. So then we can close it. So let's say if I'm happy with the timing and the animation, I want to tie down my drawing. This is rough, so double click the name to rename it rough. So I'm gonna unlock this layer, so when I tie down, I will not accidentally draw on top of the line, the same layer. So for the tie down, I will create a new layer by coming to here, click the here new layer. So like I said just now, if you are on the rough layer, right, you can hit comma and full stop to jump key to key. But then if you come to this tie down layer, okay, let's rename it first. TIEDOWN, tie down. So if you come to the tie down layer, if you hit comma and full stop, you won't see anything. You see, I'm actually hitting comma and full stop, but it does not jump to the next keyframe because the full stop and comma will based on the layer that you are selecting. The tie down layer, I have only one only one paper, like one keyframe. That is why when I hit full stop, right, it has no next drawing for me to jump to. So what I normally will do is to come to this drawing on top of the squash and hit F7. Come here, hit F7, F7, then do the same thing. Okay, then yeah, so now I can jump key to key now. Even though in my tie down layer has no drawing, I can still jump key to key. Right. So for the tie down, I would normally use a darker color. So hit B for brush. So the next thing I want to show you, introduce you is F4. F4 means you can hide the panels at the side so that you can focus in just the canvas. Then now I can start to tie down my drawing. Go down. Okay, I'm gonna move very quickly. So to rotate the canvas, you can hit Shift plus spacebar. Then you can rotate. Then you can go up to down, easier to draw. Okay, so go to the next keyframe. Then start tying down the drawing. Okay, so to go back to a normal canvas rotation, you can come to here, stage, center stage. There, it goes back to normal now. Then you can go to the next keyframe and then tie down. So I'm gonna just do it very quickly. Next keyframe. There. There. So next keyframe. Okay, so that's it for the tie down. So to bring back all the tools again, you just have to hit F4 again. Okay, so let's play the animation by clicking Ctrl plus Enter. Then you can see the animation. Right, so the thing is, we do not want to see the rough, we just want to see the tie down drawing. So to do so, you can turn off the window first. So come to the rough drawing layer, right click it, turn it to guide. Okay, so Ctrl plus Enter again, then it will hide the rough drawing so that you can focus on the clean drawing. Right, so the next thing I want to do is maybe we add one in between, in the middle of the first drawing and the squash. So what you can do is you click on the drawing and click again and then move it backward like that. Then here insert a new drawing, which is F7. Okay, I'm gonna hide the rough drawing so that I will not be interrupted by the rough drawing. So what I can do now is to turn on the onion skin, so you can decide how many drawing you want to see, the future drawing and the previous drawing, then I can just do the in between very quickly. There, right? So same thing goes to here. I can click on this drawing and then click again, then drag like so. Okay. Oh wait, no. What am I doing? Oh yeah. So here I'm gonna insert in between somewhere here. I'm just gonna do it very quickly. Okay. Then here I can move it backward. Then insert that in between. Maybe if we want to slow in, we can just move backward some more, then insert it in between very quickly. Right. So let's play the animation. There, we got something like that. Okay. So to retime it, just let's say for example, this stretch, instead of 2 frames, we want to make it just 1 frame. Then you can click on the stretch, Shift and F5. Then this stretch become just 1 frame. Okay, then hit the animation, play the animation again. There. Alright. Okay, so the next thing I want to show is what do you call that? Color. So I'm going to create a new layer, COLOR color. So the color layer should put underneath the tie down. So make sure you lock the tie down. And I'm going to do the same to press F7 to insert all the empty keyframe first. Then for the color, let's say I come to the okay, to color, you go to window, turn on the swatches. Then let's say if we want a red color for the flower sac, so click the red color and move down here. You will see a thing called convert to a tagged swatch. So click that one, then you can rename it. So this is, let's say, FLOUR flower sac. Click enter, then you can see, make sure you are using the tagged swatch here. Okay, then you can just draw the outline very quickly, then hit K for bucket tool, then fill in color. So come here and do the same. There, hit K. Right, come here. So I'm not gonna color everything, so I'm gonna stop after this one. Oops. K, then use eraser tool to erase, E for eraser. You see, I will not erase the outline because I already locked the outline layer. Okay, so you just finish everything. So let's say if you are happy with the animation. Oh, something bothering me. This is I want to erase this thing. Okay, there. Right. So let's say if you're happy with the animation, you want to make it into a video. So go to File, Export. Remember, not export movie, because if you export movie, basically it will render everything as an image sequence. So we export as a video and media. Click this one. Then make sure everything is correct. So where I want to save my file, maybe I want to save a desktop, FS for FlashSec, save, export. So once you hit export, basically it will open Adobe Media Encoder. So we just have to wait for it. Yeah, so it's here. Then you can see it's here. So for me, it automatically render already. So maybe for you, you have to manually hit this start queue button. Okay, so let's check our animation. Go to desktop, FS here. Double click the video. Open with QuickTime. So Ctrl L for loop for QuickTime. Enter. There. We have the animation. Okay, that's it, Lorna. Thanks again. I'm very looking forward to seeing you again next Friday. Bye bye. Hope this helped you.